Hey Gems, welcome to another episode of Saint Augustine Hometown Gems. I really hope you enjoy this next interview with Amy Angellili and Third Space Improv because I sure did. We also got a chance to see them live, which was hilarious. You got to check them out.
I just wanna dance for the hell of it, hell of it. Wanna take a chance for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Wanna raise my hands cause I'm feeling it, feeling it. Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? Oh, you only got one life, so make it feel like sunshine.
What was the spark that ignited your journey to improv, and how did all that begin?
So about 25 years ago, I got my first divorce, and I went into
I love that.
true story. And I wanted a new chapter
Mhm.
in my life, and so at first I was going to go the route of stand-up comedy, but I chose improv instead because it's a safe, supportive environment where you're surrounded by a team, an ensemble, and people are wanting to work with you and play with you and help you do well. And I
Right.
thought that was a better route to take in that state of my life. And 25 years later, and I never made it to stand up. I fell in love with improv so much.
Do you feel like that helped you heal?
Yeah, it's funny. I do get a lot of students here at Third Space Improv who have gone through some major life trauma, whether it be a new move or some new path in life. A lot of people recently divorced. It really is not just a way to heal, but a way to heal in community. And the improv community, they don't even have to know about what you're going through. That's for you to decide how much or little you want to share. But once you're here, you're in a positive space
Right.
and you're doing things that can't be done unless you trust each other and lean on each other
I like that.
to be able to collaborate, you
Right.
know?
And they do say laughter is the best
And of
medicine,
course,
right?
there's that too. Laughter is the
Yeah.
best medicine. We keep tissues on hand because sometimes, especially in class, we're laughing so hard that we
Right.
get teary.
I could see where that would happen.
Yeah.
So the name Third Space, it's kind of powerful. How did you get the name?
Right before opening this, I was talking a lot about third spaces. So, first space is your home, and second space is your work. And third space is your chosen community. It could be your local coffee shop or your church or your corner pub, your sewing circle, your book club, or your improv space. It's a place you go like Cheers, where
Right.
everybody knows your name. You can show up by yourself and integrate into whatever it is that's going on. And it's made up of people that might have different perspectives, different backgrounds. The community in third spaces can be diverse, and you're all there together supporting each other in a happy accident way
Right.
because you appreciate this place that brings you easy comfort. And during the pandemic, we lost a lot of third spaces. They closed, never
Right. Yep.
reopened. And then now, with everything being so very expensive, it's hard for third spaces to stay afloat. So that's the other thing that's happening. So I felt that not only did I want to operate like a third space, but I wanted the third space in the name so people understood that this was a place not just to laugh and take classes or see a show, but to actually enjoy each other while you're here.
So then that brings me to the question, how do you teach your students or your audience, whatever it might be that day, how to use the tools of improv and integrate them in their own lives?
That's actually a lot more of what we do than teaching people to be stage ready. I always say that not everybody will perform for the stage of a theater, but everybody has a stage of life. And so the skills that you acquire through improv are going to help you personally and they're going to help you professionally because improv really does help you be a better version of yourself. And it also helps you work well together in a collaborative setting. And again, during COVID, we were very isolated. So people have gotten hungry for in-person interaction, especially after years of Netflix and now
Oh,
spending
I
so much
know,
time
yeah.
on the devices, the
That did
phones.
take a toll on us, for
Hmm.
sure. And especially kids.
Yes.
They were so isolated during that time.
So when we do kids camps, the kids have to check their phones in. and I put them in the green room, and I'll give them to them at our midway break, and then return them at the end of the day, but they can't be playing on phones while we're trying to improvise.
It's good. It teaches them how to socialize, right?
Well, improv is really about learning best practices for social skills, and you're there being present, and you're practicing active listening, and you
Right.
can't do that if your attention is divided between who you're trying to play with and
Right.
your device.
Yep. So
Sometimes I have to take phones away from the grown-ups too.
I can see where
My
that would
head
be a
whips
thing.
around as soon as I see a phone.
You should just have everybody check their phones at the
Yeah.
door, right? That would go to my next question. You designed it for introverts, right?
Well, I don't think I particularly designed it for introverts. I would more say that we get a lot of introverts because it is a safe space, right? And it's usually so for the introverts, they see a lot of growth in it's sort of they bloom throughout the course of level one. Whereas extroverts, the thing that develops with them is their ability to be one in a group.
Right.
And so it's when we get that nice blend of introverts and extroverts, and you see the extroverts relaxing and practicing
Right.
giving and taking focus, it's so nice. And then you see the introverts really stepping out of their comfort zone and doing these things that they thought they were never going to be able to do. And the truth is, everybody's improvising every day because life is unscripted.
It is completely, especially being a parent.
Yes, being a parent, being in a relationship, being in a job, improv helps all these skills. The only difference here is that there's a stage, and so people see the stage and then they think, oh, now I have to be a particular way. You really just need to be present and be yourself, listen, and make your partner look good.
So what do you find was the most rewarding experience so far?
There's just been so many. I think we have 5 levels of improv classes. And at the end of level 5, the students create their own graduation show. And they get a certificate, a diploma, if you will. And it's really amazing to me to see people in that graduation show who originally came for 6 weeks of level 1 and that was it. And then they got hooked because they saw how it was changing them for the better. And they got really attached to their cohort, and to see those people stick through the program and graduate, it's
All right. And as someone who moved here to build a life and a business, what makes St. Augustine unique to you?
well, part of the reason why I moved here was because there's such a vibrant arts community in St. Augustine, and there wasn't any improv. So my hope was that I could fill the void in some capacity. And for years and years, we operated out of the community theater. And then we got to the point where we were both doing so many things that we needed our own space. And this kind of was a happy accident and fell into my lap. But I'm so glad that we're able to be St. Augustine's place for comedy and improv and personal and professional development through laughter.
What's your long-term vision?
Wow, I'm going to have third spaces all over the world. No, we want to continue growing and reaching new audiences, and we want to also really emphasize that third space can come to work with you. Work life is very, very stressful now, and the tenet of improv on the stage, taken off the stage into a work arena, has people working better together and realizing that even if they're using technology through their work, they're really working with people. And we bring that humanity back into the office or back into the Zoom.
If you had to leave one bit of wisdom for improv wisdom, what would it be?
It's what Nike says, just do it. People come in here and say, I could never do this. And they can, because we're all doing it. And we do it much better together.
Awesome. All right. Huge thanks to Amy Angellili for giving me the opportunity to come into your space, your third space.
Of course.
And
Thanks for being here.
I loved hearing everything about this, and I love your passion. And come and see her. It's great. You're going to love the toilet paper. I know it's weird, but you got to check it out in the bathroom. It's hilarious.
How you
So anyway, thanks for tuning in to Saint Augustine Hometown Gems. See you next time. Until then, keep looking for those gems.
Feel like sunshine.